In winter 1998, Pixar Studios was preparing for its next project launch, the animated movie Toy Story 2. Making an animated movie is completely different from a regular movie. Every single object and character exists as a 3D model managed by a large team of artists and engineers. Today, animation studios store these files in digital libraries that can be accessed anywhere in the world. But back then, Pixar's setup was much simpler. The team relied on Linux and Unix servers to store their work. All files were kept on a single physical computer, a server that animators and artists could connect to directly. During routine maintenance, an unknown employee accidentally typed a command that began deleting everything. The mistake was surprisingly simple to make. Unlike today's graphical interfaces with Windows, Linux servers were controlled through text commands. The command /rrf/ didn't specify which files to delete, so the computer began removing everything from the root directory. Animators soon noticed strange things happening. Characters were disappearing piece by piece. Oren Jacob, a technical director, realized what was happening and quickly called the systems department, urging them to pull the plug on the master server. By the time they did, 90% of the film's files were gone. The director's team gathered for an emergency meeting and identified a solution, restoring from the backup copy. However, the backup department delivered bad news. The backups hadn't been working for the past month. Less than a year from release, the team faced the possibility of starting over from scratch. Then Galyn Susman, the film's supervising technical director, remembered she had been working from home after having her son months earlier. She had kept a personal backup of the entire film's assets on her home computer. When she shared this news, hope was reignited. She and Oren carefully drove to her house and transported the computer like precious cargo back to Pixar. They plugged it in, crossed their fingers, and it worked. The movie's assets were restored, and Toy Story 2 was back from the brink. Despite this save, the final Toy Story 2 movie was largely rewritten and reanimated because the directors weren't satisfied with the story. Unfortunately, last year, after directing Lightyear, which performed poorly at the box office, Susman was among the 7,000 employees affected by Disney's workforce reduction.